Hi everyone, I'm Jacobin from Goldratt Research Labs, and today I'll be discussing with you the settings element from our material design for AnyLogic Library. Now, one of the things that's great about the material design library is that we can use the settings object to override the default visuals of any material design element. So that means in the future, if you want to change anything to your model regarding the primary, secondary colors, text colors, surface colors, that you'll only need to change this in one location and all the elements will be updated. So let's take a look at this very simple model that I've created. I've got a UI structure, which all models require. I've got two sections, the setup section, which contains 3 pages, and the analysis section, which contains 2. Let's run the model and get a feel for the default visual colors. If you run the model, you'll see that the default colors is this dark blue color, and it is the same on all the sections, setup, analysis, and for all my pages. Now, the nice thing about the settings object is that we only drag in the one setting object, and now we've got a range of options to go and change. We've got primary colors, a light and a dark variant, secondary colors, text colors, surface colors, and some other options which we'll go into now. If you go to the primary color and you just slightly hover over the parameter to get the help, you'll see that we provide a very useful link from the Google Material Design website, material.io/tools/color. If you navigate to this website, you'll be able to see your different colors and how they would appear on some standard UI templates that Google provides. And you'll also be able to get the light and the dark variant for your primary and secondary colors. So for this example, I'm just going to choose a green, and for my secondary color, I'm choosing a light green. Now you will see that these colors are not provided in terms of the RGB, but in terms of what's called the hex code. There are a lot of free conversion tools out there and websites which you can navigate to, where you can just provide it the hex code and it will convert it to you into the RGB color code, which you can then use inside your AnyLogic model. We navigate back to our model, the settings object, and we're going to choose a new primary color. I'm going to go 46, 125, and 50. Once we've updated the primary colors and the light and dark variant, we can now go and connect it to our pages. So here at the settings options, I'm connecting my settings object for pages 1 and 2 of the settings page. I'm purposely not going to connect page 3 so that we can just see the difference. And if we run the model now, we'll see that all the pages will be updated using our new colors, except the third page, which would still use the default colors. Now, it's important to note that the settings object will not apply to standard AnyLogic objects. So for example, if I were to drag in some text in here on my first page on the setup section, and this is just standard AnyLogic text, this text would not be influenced by the settings object at all. So one way to still make use of the settings object is, for example, with the colors, to programmatically set the color of this text by accessing it from the settings object. So I'm going to go get color, background, primary. Let's just use primary dark for this object. But if we want to add in material design elements, so for example, I'm going to add in a button here. You can see the presentation being drawn somewhere around the origin, place it inside. I'm going to call this button just my button, it's fine. And we're going to apply the settings object to this button using the default shapes and options for the button. If you want to learn more about the button, feel free to watch the video created specifically for it. Okay, so let's run the model and see how the text and the button displays. Okay, if we run the model, we can see the button will be using the new colors as defined in the settings object, as well as the text over here. Now, let's have a look at some of the other options available inside the settings object. So we've already discussed the primary and secondary colors. We also got the text colors, surface colors used for buttons and other objects, and then the animation speed. So you can see we've got fast, medium, and slow. Now to illustrate how this works, this is for all the library elements where you would have any kind of movement. So for example, a snack bar or the filters. So if we go to this button that we just created, I'm going to show the default snack bar that's present on every page. So if you want to learn more about how to use the snack bar, you're welcome to watch the pages where it'll show you how to use the default snack bar, or there's a specific snack bar element and banner element present in the material design library which you can use. So if we go to the setup page, so page setup 1 dot show default snack bar, and I'm just going to show currently a small piece of text which is just going to be, this is a snack bar. Okay, so that's going to make this snack bar appear. So let's play the model and have a look at see how this works. Okay, so now if we press on this button, we'll see a little darkish a dark green snack bar pop up. It just says this is a snack bar. You can see the animation speed is quite slow. So if we go to the settings object now and we set the animation speed to fast and we run the model again, you'll see that this animation is now a lot faster. Okay, so you can see the snack bar animation is now a lot faster. Okay, so that's it. So to summarize, the settings object is used to store and supply most material design elements with the colors for the text or the buttons, fonts, and animation speed if they use any. You can have multiple setting objects on your model, although it's advised to mainly use the same look and feel across your model. Each material design library element has to be connected to a settings object for the settings to be applied. Standard AnyLogic objects are not influenced at all by the settings object, but you can access the settings programmatically in order to update those standard AnyLogic objects. Thank you for using the material design library, and contact us if you've got any more questions.